Parashas Bo, we have the last three Makkahs. Makkah number 9 was a Makkah of Choshech, darkness. All the Makkahs, the Egyptians were deserving. Every single Makkah had a message, a lesson for the Egyptians for their terrible behaviour. This Makkah of darkness, what was the message behind it? What was the lesson behind it? Why was it so fitting to give this punishment to the Egyptians? Let's say with the following answer. When archaeologists dug up Egyptian tombs, they found gold and silver buried with them. And the reason they did this was because the behaviour and the lifestyle of the Egyptians was all about wealth and money, and they believed that they could take with them to the next world their money, their wealth. That was their focus. Who they were as people was just very materialistic, and it was all based around their wealth. This was the exact message which they deserved. You think it's so important, all the money, all the wealth you had? Darkness. We're going to disconnect you from what your objects. You can't see all your fancy cars, your gold, your silver, your treasures. And even worse, the second 3 days, they couldn't even move. They couldn't even hold it. They couldn't even touch it. They were completely taken away from this ideology of money is everything, and your whole being is evolved around how much money you have. And that's why this Makkah was so fitting for them. And even more than that, Cheilah Yisrael in this Makkah went around to the houses to find all their gold, all their silver, and later they were going to take it away from them. And this was a lesson from the Makkah of Choshech for the Mitzrayim. Many of you, I'm sure, are very familiar with the famous story with Edward Reichman. When he was nifter, he wrote 2 wills. One for before he was buried and one was for after he was buried. And the first will said that I would like to be buried with my socks. And of course, the Chevra Kadisha refused to do so because you can't be buried with anything. And the second will, when the children opened it up, they saw inside, he was explaining what's money, what's wealth, because we don't take any of it with us to the next world. This is the difference between Yidden and the Egyptians. The Egyptians are all about money, we're going to take it with us, and this is everything. And this was the message Edward Reichman was giving over to his children. It's all very nice money. We're in this world for a certain amount of time, and we don't take anything with us. And that's the important lesson from this week's parasha, to realise that we can't get too attached and too involved and too obsessed with materialistical things, because we're only here for a certain amount of time, and when we're gone, we don't take anything with us. You should all have an amazing Shabbos.